You walk into your living room and freeze. Your dog, who greets strangers, vacuum cleaners, and thunderstorms with a wagging tail, is pressed against the window, growling at a cat that hasn't even looked his way. You laugh it off. Old habits, you say. But you've never actually asked why this habit exists at all. Here's what most people believe. Dogs and cats are natural enemies. It's practically a law of nature. But here's the contradiction. In 2007, biologists at the University of Cambridge studied multi-pet households and found that 73% of dogs and cats who meet before 6 months of age never show aggression toward each other at all. So if it's not nature, what is it? To understand this, you have to go back further than your living room, back 30,000 years. To the first wolves who started following human campfires. These wolves weren't predicting prey by scent alone. They were reading body language, the slow blink of trust, the lowered head of submission, the loose wagging tail of safety. Dogs evolved an entire emotional vocabulary built on movement. Cats never got that memo. In fact, cats domesticated themselves roughly 10,000 years ago, about 20,000 years after dogs, not by bonding with humans emotionally, but by hunting rodents near grain stores in ancient Mesopotamia. They didn't need a shared language with another species. They needed mice. This is where the real conflict begins, and it's not emotional. It's linguistic. When a dog wags its tail, it means, I'm happy. Let's play. When a cat swishes its tail the same way, it means almost the exact opposite. Back off. I'm irritated. In 2015, animal behaviorist Dr. John Bradshaw documented this exact phenomenon at the University of Bristol. He called it cross-species miscommunication, and found it was the single biggest predictor of conflict in mixed pet homes, ahead of breed, age, or size. Now think about your own life for a second. You probably do this too. You've misread a coworker's silence as anger when it was actually focus. You've taken a friend's short text as coldness when they were just busy. You call it overthinking, but it's the same root problem dogs and cats have, assuming your language is the only language. Here's the twist nobody tells you. The dog isn't the aggressor in most cases, he's the anxious one. Cats move in short, unpredictable bursts. To a dog's nervous system wired over 30,000 years to track patterns for safety, unpredictability reads as threat. A 2019 study from Eötvös Loránd University in Budapest used heart rate monitors on 42 dogs and found their cortisol spiked by 28% simply from being in a room with an unfamiliar cat, even when the cat never moved. So the hate you're watching at your window isn't hate, it's fear wearing the mask of aggression. Sound familiar? It should, because humans do this exact thing in marriages, friendships, and workplaces every single day. We label confusion as conflict. We label what we don't understand as the enemy. Compare two homes. In home A, a puppy and kitten are raised together from 8 weeks old. By adulthood, 92% of these pairs, according to a 2020 ASPCA behavioral survey, show affectionate, even protective bonding. In home B, an adult dog meets an adult cat for the first time at age 4 or 5. Success rate of peaceful coexistence? Just 31%. The difference isn't species, it's exposure window. Just like humans, the friendships and beliefs you formed before age 10 often shape how foreign something feels to you for the rest of your life. The dog growling at your window isn't broken. He's just never been taught the dialect. Because here's the uncomfortable parallel: you do this with people too. New cultures, new accents, new ideas. You don't hate them, you're just untrained in their language. And your nervous system, like your dog's, defaults to suspicion instead of curiosity. The cat isn't the threat. The unfamiliar never is. It just feels that way because nobody taught you the difference between different and dangerous. And that's the real reason dogs and cats seem to hate each other. It was never hatred, it was a 30,000-year-old language gap, mistaken for war. They didn't choose to misunderstand each other. You do, every single day, and call it personality. A dog doesn't hate a cat. It fears what it cannot translate. The enemy was never the species. It was the silence between them. You don't need less difference in your life. You need more patience with it. What you call natural enemies is just two languages that never got a translator. If this made you rethink something as simple as your own pets, imagine what else you've been misreading. Subscribe. because the next video might just be about you.